The 43rd day. Whew. Still just thinking about last time whenever I loaded this game. Well, when I loaded the game up to do this. Just that, Susan, just a loss. Do you remember this melody? The professor used to play this song when the students were sleepy. Happy birthday. Wait. We got offered this one really early on. I'm sure we did. And never again. The prayer will inevitably end in the eternal despair of its worshipper. I think these are all ones we got early on. The bracelet shall not forgive those who hold greed in their hearts, and thus must only be worn by those in true need. Oh, are these all items? Oh, they're all items. Well, that's boring. The bracelet is the one that I feel like I remember saying I remembered. I don't really... this one's crap. I remember this is the bracelet that I had once when I played before. This one doesn't sound pleasant. And this one sounds alright, I guess. I just don't like tools. They're just never interesting. What? You're kidding? Apparently Hang Spacebar doesn't skip these. People here don't drink coffee in the morning? There's no better way to get energized than drinking a fresh cup of coffee before you start the day, man. What's with the look on your faces? You weren't expecting me to show up like this, were you? Aw, isn't this a shame? I wasn't expecting some massive welcome party, but I didn't think you guys would be so heartless. Well, of course I understand. You're all probably wondering why a talented man such as myself applied to join such a shabby company, huh? It's totally suspicious and nonsensical. I get you. Well, everyone has their own agenda. Ah, so you're A. I think I heard about you from Carmen. Speaking of which, it was Carmen's speech that really brought me here. Where is she right now? So you came, Sir Coffee Addict. Miss, it's Daniel. You can sit down here. The person that sits next to you will explain the details of your work. What, so you knew I was coming? I told you, no matter how great you may be, you will always be in the palm of my hand. Jeez, I thought you were being sarcastic. May I request one thing before I join you officially? Could we get a coffee machine here? I want everyone to know how good true, freshly brewed coffee is. Daniel grabbed everyone's attention with his fancy suit that didn't fit in here at all. There's a guy at my work that dresses like this, and it's the same kind of vibe. I vaguely remember Carmen had told me about him a few days prior, that one of the elites would stop by to apply to our company. He's a bit pompous, so don't believe everything he says, she said to me. I asked how she was able to recruit such an elite. Carmen answered nonchalantly as if I had asked about something trivial. I'm a master at blowing people's minds. Don't you know that by now? Turns out that a revolution doesn't always have to be accomplished with bloodshed, or the Baron of Flags manager. I've waited a long time for a savior, someone who could free me from my inertia, and wake me up inside. I can't wake up. Wake me up inside. Save me. Why did I ever come? Why did I never come to the realization that I myself could be my own savior? Would you be so kind as to remember my mistake? It's very valuable to me. I hope your own pathetic little rebellion taught you a few things. Do you still not understand the reason I didn't stop you? I'm referring to the real reason why I watched you without immediately putting you through the replacement process like Tifereth. I wanted you to engrave your lessons onto that metal body, that your trifling resistance ended up costing the lives of your poor little employees who trusted you until the end. I know the word death means nothing to you now, but to them it held meaning. That's weird, Lady Angela. Since when did you start caring about the deaths of our employees? That's rich coming from the one who'd gladly force a containment unit open just to garner a little more energy, isn't it? Yet here I was, clumsily going along with your flow as I assisted you. Don't go thinking that this was entirely my loss. I know now that you don't really care about our condition. I know now that you weren't the one I should have been obeying. It's obvious that you should obey our manager and not me, Chest. There's no need to state it out loud. You clearly know what I mean. I'm not gonna let you do whatever you want now. You're such a loser. In the past and even now. Yeah, I'm a failure. You don't have to point it out to me. But thanks anyway. Although you may want to believe that nothing's changed. It is in fact that many things are changing. It rests on you now to resolve the rest you made, Chest. Let's, as they say, bury the hatchet with any hard feelings between us. There's one thing I want you to know, though. No matter how great you may be, you will always be in the palm of my hand. I love Angela's hair, by the way. I don't think I've ever said this. She's on the screen a lot. Just the visual of her hair, like the white down to the blue, looks really cool. It looks sick. There's a lot of good hairs in this game, but I think Angela's is really pretty. I know, like, the whole point is she's meant to look visually like the prettiest person. Actually, at the start they said they'd invented her to look like the prettiest person to the manager. Did they say that? Or was it just in general? But, like, her hair's lovely. Like, the white hair into the blue. Looks so good. And it's kind of like the only really, I reckon, would pull off in real life, in a game. I think if I saw that in real life, I don't think it'd look that cool. Because it'd be really hard to pull off the effect where hers, like, naturally bleeds. Or maybe you could do it, but then, like, as the hair grew, it would probably look weird. Or, like, as your hair frayed, I bet you could do it quite well as, like, a one-time thing. But I guess that makes sense. She's a robot. She doesn't change what she looks like. Also, like, I assume she has one of these weird little metal bodies, but I bet not. I bet that's going to be the twist at the end, right? Is that she actually has, like, a mechanical human body, whereas these guys are all these funny little robots. Anyway, I'm still afraid, manager. I'm still unsure if I can truly fight back against the fear I may face in the future, but I've decided not to run away, at the very least. Yo, I like the chest robot. So what are my orders, manager? Those who are faithful and trustworthy, 70% germination of the seed of light. My data and analysis are now lacking in some degrees, as this is the first time we've reached this point. Yeah, look at how good it looks. It actually looks different in certain shots. Like in the further shot, it was more white. Wait, her hair isn't getting more blue, is it? I don't think it is, because this looks more grey. Everything from here on out is a mystery. I know I'm not in a position to dare predict the outcome of your endeavours, but your task is not an impossible one. There is a real distinction between impossible and 0% possibility. Us machines say that when something will never happen after taking every possibility in consideration, it has a 0% possibility. Thus, my vision of you succeeding through every tribulation in the future is not impossible, but rather has a 0% possibility. However, I won't be disappointed if you do fail. I'm a machine, after all. Even if the sandcastle you've built crumbles yet again, I'll be able to put it up as if nothing happened. This place, where there was once only silence, perhaps because it was only you and I here, it's gotten a bit livelier thanks to the Sephiroth. Unlike me, they were weak and lacked rationality. They made so many mistakes that greatly annoyed me. I did not approve of you placing the Sephiroth here. However, you told me that your atonement and the awakening of the Sephiroth were key to untying the knot I lie in. I didn't know what you were talking about. You also told me I wouldn't understand. You even blocked me from interfering with that relationship, saying that it must be left as solely your role. You were right as always. Even if I stay here repeating this endlessly, I suppose I still won't be worthy of understanding it till the end. To quote one of your favourite lines, a machine must behave as a machine. So I had to play the role of the observer, the only role you bothered to give me, enduring the pain the others forgot. I don't think I'll have to point that out again. I have finished casting the rolls for the upper and middle layer Sephiroth. It's likely that this will not be the last time I do so. I may have to tell them again what I have already instructed countless times. However, you two will be different. You clearly understand why this facility exists and what your missions are. I expect that you will not exhaust me as the ones above do. I just keep this in mind. I will not come down here to the lower level unless the circumstances require me to do so. That does not mean I will simply watch and do nothing, but I will not interfere for the most part. I hope we never have to face each other from now on. It would only lead to the both of us suffering. Angela was the best artificial intelligence I had ever known, and you were the best architect that I was graced to meet. Back then you simply could not let Carmen go. You were so desperate to keep her on your side that you locked her in a cryostasis pod in an attempt to preserve her body at the very least. But during all this, you were perfectly aware that her body had become nothing but a shell. Our fates are full of grief, yet we ransacked her body and dismembered her core. In fact, I was rather relieved when you began to create Angela. You were wholeheartedly immersed in something, just like you used to be. That day when she opened her eyes for the first time, I remember you were just staring through the laboratory's glass, not setting a foot inside. You might have thought that you noticed me right away. However, I witnessed you standing there for a long time before you even realized I was there. What inner conflict made you hesitate so? What did you think after seeing that piece of humanoid machinery, who did not display the warm smiles and gentle laughter Carmen had so naturally? I told you in so many words that no matter how many AIs such as Angela you create, none of them will ever be Carmen. Now poor Angela is merely assigned to direct us from a distance as we go through the motions of the play. Is there one thing I may have mistaken myself over? It is that I had thought you overcame everything. The truth is you never have. Do you believe in the existence of a soul? Memes. The something of the soul. I do. I also believe the soul itself is the reason for one's existence. But then is there a perfect soul? I personally think otherwise. However, one can only infinitely close in on that perfection. The process in of itself is an endless ocean of agony. At the end of such effort, I expect that we will be able to make more valuations of everything with utmost correctness. Clear the day with 10 or more employees whose justice is 100 or higher. Do we put this in the extraction team, or do we put this in the record team? Then when we finish this mission, we might be able to do the thing. Because it won't let you do the mission until... Now we'll put it over there. It won't let you do an extra thingy until all the stuff's finished. I keep just saying words. There'll be a 25% chance for an employee to recover before they panic. This recovery is limited to 1 day for each employee. Okay. Okay, that's a bit shit, but fair enough. It's a bit of a shit, like, boost, but, well, I guess we'll take it. Who do we want to go work in the welfare team? The welfare team gives defensive multipliers. Who do we want to send over there? We'll hire someone new to work over there. I don't know why I don't know why I would just spin these now. I don't know why. quite like spinning them compared to like naming them. Stem Cell 642 is a very funny name. I assume a lot of these are... oh, we should get Alyssa. Alyssa's the name of the... I could have made it look like Alyssa from Limbus. Is she red? Yeah, let's do this. Let's hire Hannah with her purplish hair. And then she can have the replacement Sue. Oops, I forgot to make one. Actually, I don't think it let me make one. I'll have that, and then weapon-wise, you can have like this. There we go, we got a new person, and then we should put someone else to work in that department as well. Maybe we just move Nicholas across. Nah, I feel like we need someone who, like, has worked here a bit to work over there. Maybe we move Clayco over there. Yeah, Clayco, you move over there. Alpha, you stay here, and then Nicole, you go there. Like that. There we go, perfect. Let's see what we're looking at. Oh, it's like a music box. Oh, that's fun, isn't it? Do. Oh. Right, just a normal day. We can actually do some. The aim today is gonna be mostly getting people to a point. Well, everyone's kind of trained up at this point. We don't know what this does. Hannah, you go in there and just start working on it. This thing, Buffy, you go in there and work on it. Okay, okay, it's healing SP. Okay, that's what that blue thing means. He's healing SP. Those listening to it recover SP, including the employee listening to the box and anyone in it where it's located. Okay. Just keep an eye on it, I guess. I assume at some point something bad will start happening. My guess would be the music's gonna start playing back. Oh, okay, I was wrong. Oh yeah, rip Summer. I was just about to get Summer to go in and report. Not Summer, I was just about to get Susan to go in and repress her. And I'd completely forgotten. Wait, that was recovering SP. What if I send Firenze in here? Does she still recover the SP? It works! It's not healing her SP very quickly, but it is healing it. I don't like this. She's gonna like fucking one tap him. Renzo, run! Oh, they don't actually do enough white damage. Oh, they are doing a little bit. Oh, it's actually they're like rapid fire hits that don't. Okay, so that wasn't so bad. Hannah being thrown into a panic's not ideal, but you know. We've had worse. Let's get working, I guess. Yeah, it is going to be nice to just be able to sort of send people in to work on stuff again. It's always, you know, nice. Nice probably isn't the word, but... Okay, right. So, new thing is not the how did this go? How did the work on this go? Not amazingly. We didn't get anything new over here. We got this judgment bird, which was just like be careful with it, basically, right? It deals pale damage, so be careful. We'll send Yumi in. Actually, you know what, Yumi? The odds of you succeeding on instinct is exactly the same, so you may as well go in and do that. And then we'll send someone in here to deal with this. Forense, you can go in here. I'm gonna trust that the smiling bodies won't escape, and we're gonna let Hannah do some actual work today. Well, that went okay there, didn't it? Go in there and do that. How'd this go? Went alright. This one went okay. We're really looking to get one of these. These de capo. But again, it takes quite a while, because... This thing looks kind of terrifying. Actually, it is an Aleph level, but it's not horrific. Oh fuck, there's already two of these. Jesus Christ. They look away for a second and all of a sudden... Hannah could do with some level ups. Let's get Hannah a few more. Oh, right, send Nicholas in here. May as well wind this up just so it's ready. Send someone in here to observe this for until it turns to level 2. Friends, I go work on the silent orchestra. When 20 to 30 seconds, the SP... Oh, okay, so at some point between 20 and 30 seconds. So as long as I do that in... Okay, so as long as I do that in 20-second chunks, it's fine. Right, that's alright then. You go work there. We really could do with training you. And then... Oh, I completely forgot about not keeping... Schadenfreude visible. Being a thing I needed to do. The bird. We'll leave the bird for now. This will still send in. I think it was May. Yeah, it was May that I sent in. Even if it wasn't, it doesn't really matter, right? She can just go, yeah, it was her. And then Queen of Hatred, we'll send you in. Have you guys suppressed it yet? Good job. Go back to domiciles. We send someone in here. Since we could really do with this not failing, we'll send Barfi in. Part of me thinks that having, like, Hannah up in the training department might be a good idea, because, like, her just constantly being closer to it would probably be good. But at the same time, do I trust someone to do this? How much does it deal white? Yeah, fuck it, let's have Hannah in here. It's gonna take her a while to get over here. Actually, I'm a little worried health-wise for Hannah there. Maybe don't do that, actually, Hannah. Not to be confused with the Hannah with one N. Yeah, the problem is like, some people are just getting too good at doing it. I mean, an actual 50% is what we need, right? It's just, the problem is it... is the strict 50% that it says doesn't seem to be the real 50%. Oh, Buffy did a really good job of this, holy crap. I suppose the other issue is like, it has to get above a 13. Really want to send someone in here. Yeah, in the interest of keeping this thing contained, but like actually doing some research on it. Okay, that was a green. So the 27 is just so high, like... Let's get research on that. The bird... Oh, we actually can get just... I want this as well. We need to just keep sending people in to interact with the judgment bird. Sorry, I've not been doing this. The judgment bird, like, definitely just needs people interacting with it. Because it is like... Ooh, send Nicholas in there. For anyone who's red, I'd quite like to increase. Yeah, London, you go in there, and then like... May, you go in here. Let's get some more Nicole training happening. We need to send in. Oh, it's this stupid one. This one's real easy to solve. You just send... I don't know who it is that works up here that's... What do you mean Mount Smaller Bodies escaped? Oh! Okay. That's not good. We'd send Hannah. And we're gonna send... No, not Summer. Who is the other person that has it? It's me, isn't it? It's Clicko. No, Clicko has that. Who is it that has the Mountain of Smiling Bodies thing? Not London. Who the fuck is it? Send Nicole. Why is it dealing red damage? Shouldn't it be dealing black damage? Okay, we are now at the point where that is completely... where Mountain of Smiling Bodies is actually completely dealable with, which is crazy. Like, Mountain of Smiling Bodies is just like... it's escaped. That's, you know, it's not good. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend. Like, Mountain of Smiling Bodies getting out is like... yippee! But it's like, not, oh my god, existential, what the fuck are we gonna do anymore? Which is mad. There was a point where that thing getting out was like... day ending. You go in there. Actually, it's the bird. Slightly higher rate, but like... for the training, you mean, you can go in there and do that. Oh, forgot to send someone up there. We'll just have an eye on that. And there's a hurry up there to turn that. He made it. Damn, did a fucking stand-up job there. Holy crap. We want one of each of these at least. Oh, I can't believe it's only halfway. So there's not much, there's not like a whole lot on days like today that like there is for me to do really. Is the bit weird part. Like it's kind of just relaxing. We're not trying to do anything. We got all the people that meet the justice requirements. We've like extracted most of the ego. So it's just like routinely sending people into the ones that we haven't. It's kind of important. Obviously, like the issue with the orchestra is as much as I'd love to send someone in to work on this, if it fucks up, it does restart the entire day. I'll go in there and turn that way near it. Since you fucked up. Send London in there. Send May in there. You know what? In the intro... no. Bum, 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 bum. Not that one. Oh yeah, shit, the clapping's not done, so I wasn't even paying attention. Okay, we're gonna send... oh, those are cool. Barfi and Hater work on this. And then, have we got anyone with a higher than 77? Not really. 77 really isn't high enough. But it is what we're gonna have to probably deal with. What would Barfi's And 77.8. Hmm. Now you go in there, and then... Yumi, you go in there. I don't know how Yumi will do. This is probably a case of start moving people over so they can help out if suppression is required. Because if I don't send someone in, suppression is going to be required, right? Like... If I don't send someone in, suppression is 100% required. Like, there is no thing, it'll try and breach and they'll get out. If I send someone in, there is a chance that they succeed and I don't have to suppress it anymore. So I may as well send someone in there. And just hope. I guess while they're all here. Some of you may as well go in there and... Oh, they're doing alright. Nice, good job, guys. Everyone go back to your departments. Everyone's safe now. Dun 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 dun. That was surprisingly okay, actually. I thought that was going to go really badly, and then it just didn't. Which was nice. You know, sometimes we just get lucky like that. Right, that one's fully done. So if I ever want to, I don't have to interact with that. This one we got like quite a lot of boxes for. We'll get the escape info. Oh, it actually only has a Clypoth counter of 1. Okay. 5. Okay, so there's 2 more needed. So the lower the fortitude, the lower the success rate, and the less stable it was. It's just as lower than 4. It's Clypoth thingy. Genie was in the containment unit, was killed by it suddenly. What? Genie was killed by nothing there. Suddenly, nothing there changed into Genie. The same instance occurred when another employee panicked. When it was bad, Angelina was attacked and turned into nothing there shell. Employees of Fortitude 3 or lower immediately panic when entering its unit. It is recommended that employees lower than Fortitude 4 never be sent in. Oh wait, so is it not... Wait, so does it actually not... Does it not breach on it? This is really risky, but like... I think last time I unlocked this much stuff on it, I just assumed because it was on a 1 that it must be, like, gonna breach. But it looks like it actually doesn't care. It looks like it only cares if you send someone that is really bad in to deal with it. Like there, let's see if its thing goes down. When Eliza, who witnessed its human appearance, fell into panic, they became the new shell. At the same time, the Clypoth count lowered. When the Clypoth count reached 0, nothing there. Taking the appearance of the dead Johnson disappeared from its containment unit. The manager must quickly find and kill the disguised appearance. Okay, so it basically, if it escapes in the body of someone else. And then you have to work out who it is and kill them. But it's not actually that bad, because it doesn't... Its Clypoth counter only goes down if it does this. Oh my god, look, it's got the mimicry. This is the one that Thingy used. Oh, these are cool. Okay, so we're going to just keep sending people in there when possible. over the next few days. Can we get this from the bird? We can't. We'll send someone into Thingy the Bird so we can get one of those. Not that. Can I go in there and use that for like 20 seconds? We do really need to increase some people's temperance. I guess getting someone to work attachment on this actually is quite a good way of increasing their Fuck, I forgot again. I need everyone with white damage to... Not you, me. Oh, at least she stays sort of contained within her own department. Stop using them like multi-stab. I know it seems like a great idea, guys, but it does 0 damage. Oh my god! The damage she does ramps up so quick. I could really do with, yeah, I was gonna say, like, anyone else coming down here to help. Good job, guys. The suppression's really, really good. Let's send someone in here. You know what? Clicker, you go in here, and then Hannah, you go up here. And then I think if I kill 2 more, this won't go off. We'll just have to be careful of the red noon. And in fact, Hannah, you can preemptively go up here. I think Forensic can deal with anything that spawns down here by himself. I think having Hannah up there is genuinely like a useful thing to have, right? She is probably the best person to deal with. What's there? Is there just one of them? Is that it? Because, I mean, that's not bad at all. Like, that's pretty dealable with. And then we need... You're gonna go out of there and finish that off. Nothing down here. Nothing down here. Oh, there must be one more somewhere. There it is. Although the clerks are about to kill it. Good job, clerks. Well, I actually finished it. Crazy. I'm gonna send someone in to work on the Judgment Bird, just because I may as well. May as well get the last bit of juice out of the Judgment Bird. You know what, let's send Hannah over. Hannah should be on her way back anyway, so... and then we could send someone in, actually, to interact with the dog, because, I mean, like, it's not... Like, now we know the dog doesn't just escape for no reason. I don't remember what it was that Susan was wielding. I think it was the blue stuff. Before she died. Man, these are so expensive. This is really good though. Like, both of these are so bad. This is really cool, by the way. This is like the... It looks like the thing that Succoner has on his... That puts on Yuji and JJK. Like, the eyes on the cheek is so fucking cool. I think that's the day done. Is there any of these that we haven't read? Actually, we can gimmick this and get it completed, right? We just know that we can't send people in here for longer than 20 seconds. It's like there, he's done. There are a few phrases crudely... A music box with an impressive sculpture of a dancing ballerina. When wound up, a sad melody begins to play. No one knows when it was made or who made it, but it doesn't seem to be new, judging from the slight skips in the song. There are a few phrases crudely carved on its surface. Do you remember this melody? The professor used to play this song when the students were sleepy. Happy birthday. Let's just keep sending. Friends ain't here for like 15 seconds. It says that they like rapidly lose thingy, but like, when I saw it the previous time, she just literally went insane instantly. We're not too far off anyway. And then the last one is 10 seconds. Listening to the box will make anyone feel like everything will be okay in the end, lifting their fatigue. However, excessive listening will make one lose grip on reality and be driven mad. Let's see, what's the silent orchestra? We can see the end of this now. We just got this last one. The music, the finale, the music will perforate your entire being. We read the Law Uncensored. Did we read this before? Electronic device with a mysterious symbol engraved in it. It readjusts everyone to become righteous, no matter how wicked, evil, or arrogant they may be. However, its user will become too dependent on the device and lose all ability to think on their own. Eventually, intellect loses all meaning as they forget even how to exist. I think we read all of the Judgment Bird. Yeah, we did. And then we got the nothing there. Ooh, that's a lot of... Oh my god, that's a lot of text. Oh. An abnormality whose appearance resembles a human, but cannot and should not be human. It periodically devours employees and wears their shell. The skeleton and organs are misplaced during the process, so it takes a bizarre form. The abnormality does have a tongue, however it has no knowledge of speech and as such cannot talk. It can only make meaningless sounds. There is no telling what's inside its shell, but its skin continuously wears down, so there's a need to change and maintain the outer layer. It is insensible to pain. It may break its own bones or cut itself up to escape through a small crevice. Bit by bit, we discovered that this abnormality may be evolving. It demonstrates behavior similar to the character of the person who used to be its shell. It even makes attempts to equate itself with human beings. When it escapes, it wears the skin of the person it killed and mimics them. Then, without any sign or forewarning, it reveals its true or second form. In its true form, its resemblance is much similar to that of humanity in comparison to its earlier form. The new form is confirmed to possess bipedalism, properly aligned organs, and the addition of greater physical strength. All the employees are afraid of this form. A warning of something. It has been confirmed that it has escaped and stood on 2 feet. There's only one thing you can do. Straighten up your posture, gather your hands neatly, and pray to whatever you believe in, and observe the situation as it unfolds. Just like how we observe abnormalities as employees. Nothing there observes us. Then it puts on the shell of an employee and thinks of itself as the employee that died. The sight of that thing eating one of us is horrifying beyond words. Just trying to think about it might drive me mad. Heading to its containment to check out the state of its shell is a toil on your mind too. Imagine that a colleague of yours who you just chatted with a few days ago is now sitting in that room, neck snapped, guts exposed, walking on all fours, drooling like a beast. That's not all. When I was still a new employee, no one was willing to enter its containment unit, so I was forced to go work with it. It looked even worse than it does now. It was in the shape of a horribly deformed human. What's worse, it tried to mimic humans, doing stuff like looking into a mirror, mumbling to itself, or trying to fix its skeletal structure. It's as if it was trying to mimic us? Who knows? It might get good enough to casually walk among us one day. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Warning, only employees level 3 or higher are permitted to even read this document. This is a recording of a call from the containment unit's emergency phone. Phone systems are installed in every room of the abnormalities of risk level E or higher to enable quick threat response. Employee 1 will have my voice. Please pick up, please pick up. This is the containment unit of nothing there. Hello, this is the emergency response team. What's the problem? I need a stun gun right now. There's an emergency happening right now. Can you explain the reason? The abnormality. The sounds of something breaking can be heard. It's ripping up the employee. Excuse me? It's killing my colleague. We'll respond immediately. Please identify the employee being attacked. It's, wait one sec. The name's... Control team. I'm... Also, control team... What's currently happening with your colleague at the moment? Yeah, please hurry. We need a weapon to control the abnormality. A loud noise can be heard, presumably the scream of the colleague. Oh god, this is... What's happening? The abnormality is attacking my colleague. It's literally ripping them apart. I can't do anything. I repeat, I need a weapon to control the abnormality. The emergency response team has been dispatched. They'll arrive shortly. What's happening now? Is it still attacking your colleague? Yeah. Oh, no, I think it's done now. Has it stopped attacking? No, I mean, my colleagues, he's dead. Yeah, he's dead alright. How can you be so sure? Well, it's because has he been ripped up somehow? What body parts are damaged? All of them. Just like how we observe abnormalities as employees, nothing there observes us. Then it puts on the shell of the employee and thinks of itself as the employee that just died. It mimics the employee's usual behavior, the way they talk, likes and dislikes, every other visible trait. We can only guess how carefully or for how long it's been observing them to imitate them. What I'm trying to say is we can't just treat it as some dumb, scary monster. Even now it could be strolling about wearing the shell of someone we know. The abnormality is becoming more and more like a human. Its transformation is getting faster too. I get goosebumps just thinking about it. If the time comes when we fail to recognize it, that'll be the day when the company falls. We must stay ever vigilant dealing with this abnormality. The following is a recording of abnormal behavior an employee exhibited in their last moments before they became a shell. Manager, manager! Man, you've been looking for the manager for a while now. You've been acting really weird today, you know, with that weird smile and all. Anyhow, I hope we get past in the cafeteria for dinner today. I'd love some of that with thick bacon. Oh, we just got an emergency notice. It says the last employee to work with nothing there should get to the counselor's office immediately. Wait, that wasn't you. Hey, Saceman. Manager, manager, manager. The second employee proceeded to take immediate action upon hearing that. However, nothing there tore out the shell of the first employee, revealing its beginning form. The recording only includes audio files, so what exactly happened or what kind of behavior the employee exhibited still remains a mystery. The shell with nothing there inside tries its best to mimic the behavior of the employee it tried to kill moments ago. The actions of the last employee eyed, their final words, those sort of things. And the many shells cried out one word. Manager. I think this would be creepier if this didn't look so fucked up. I think if this just looked like an employee sat in here, it'd be more fucked up. Like, the fact that it looks like that makes it... Like, it says in the thing, like, don't treat it like a funny joke. But, like, it looks so stupid. Look at it. It looks dumb as fuck. It looks stupid. Like, I think there's something to be said for if it didn't look like that. Like, if it just looked like a normal employee, it'd almost be more scary. You know, like, something like this is an Aleph level abnormality. You look at it and you're like, oh yeah, that's fucked up. That's like a load of bodies smushed together. There's skulls. There's all the teeth. Like, it's scary. Like, it's creepy. You know, with something like the censored thing. I mean, it's funny that it's a big block of censored stuff with censored things all over it. But, like, you know, it's something scary. The game's told you that this cognition filter exists so you can be shielded from something that's scary. This thing, like, looks like it could be fucked up, right? You know, it doesn't look scary, but you can tell that, like, oh, that's something you shouldn't probably mess about too much with. You know, and with, like, this, the silent orchestra, like, it looks really unassuming. And also, like, it is probably the least scary of the Aleph level ones, like, if I'm being honest. Like, it even when it escapes, it doesn't really do anything. So, like, that's fine. But then, like, you look at this, and it just looks like a big scary dog. Like, its lore implies that it's terrifying, but, like, it's kind of not. It's only terrifying if you send in an agent that's really shit to work on it. And, like, why would you do that? Like, I guess if you got it early. Like, if I'd got this when I'd gotten in Mountain of Smile. Although that would have been so easy. Like, when you think about it, right? If in place of Mountain of Smiling Bodies, I'd gotten any of these other abnormalities, they'd have probably been more difficult initially when I got them than Mountain of Smiling Bodies was. But if I got through that section, any of these would have been so much easier to take care of. Because there were so many days where I had to just have Hannah go and, like, pick up the thing, go here and get the defensive buff, and then just go sit in the thing with it. So that if it ever escaped, it would get, like, beaten down, so I didn't have to worry about it escaping. Like, it was a massive deal. Whereas, like, Silent Orchestra, if I'd had it in there, the only thing that would have been an issue would have been having people not die when they went in there. You know, the censored thing is, like, thingy, but it doesn't do anything. It's not like if everyone in the department dies, it runs out amok. It just sits there. Same with nothing there. As long as you meet the stat checks, it doesn't do anything. It just sits there. Anyway, day done. Look at that. Easy. Easy. The virtue of the soul cleared. But yeah, that's kind of it. It done. Not a whole lot to say about that day. We got a little bit of level up. We got some people improving their skills a smidge. We're on day 43. We're on to can be on day 44. Can you believe it? Can you believe how little time this game has left? I don't know if tomorrow we'll have a core suppression. We might do. I don't think we will, but we might. Actually, there's no upgrades left for either side, so it might be a case where tomorrow we're doing one of the core suppressions. But I guess we'll find out together, and I'll see you then. See you for day 44.